Hey everybody, this is the lesson for November 2nd, 2021. I know we've already gone over quite a bit of it. One thing, guys, I forgot to put it in the do now. Sorry, I had to push pause on my video. I'm not sure where I left off, but we will, I'll have the do now for you, which is the one that talks about a fugitive, right? Okay, so that will be there. All right, then we need to, so we're on to page 219 today. We did declare in principle yesterday on Monday. Okay. Okay, so we read this, okay, where we were talking about Abraham Lincoln died at 7:22 a.m. It talked about how the news broke, what the city looked like at that point. I'm going to reread from paragraph 5 through 10. Okay, the funeral train took 14 days and traveled 662 miles through the soft spring landscape, retracing the route Lincoln had taken to Washington 5 years earlier. Remember, they are returning him to his hometown in Illinois. Okay, Springfield, Illinois, I believe. In Philadelphia, Lincoln's coffin lay in Independence Hall, where he had declared he would rather be assassinated than surrender the principles embodied in the Declaration of Independence. The double line of mourners stretched 3 miles. In Manhattan, scalpers sold choice window positions along the route for $4 and up. The procession lasted 4 hours. Blacks had been barred from the New York ceremonies, but a last-minute change of heart by the mayor permitted them to take part, provided they marched at the rear. At Cleveland, no public building was thought big enough to hold the expected crowds, and an outdoor pavilion was set up through which 10,000 mourners passed every hour, all day, despite a driving rain. There was a run on black drapery material in the city, and many households had dyed their own. The rain caused scores of draped buildings to run with black. It finally ended in Springfield on May 4th. Among the thousands of people who shuffled past his bier were many who had known him in the old days. Farmers from New Salem, law clients and rival attorneys, neighbors who had nodded to him each morning on his way to work. General Joseph Hooker, in charge of the final leg of the long journey, led the slow march through a gentle rain to Oak Ridge Cemetery. Okay, so we need to answer today, how did Americans pay their final respects to President Lincoln? List 2 ways. Okay, so how did they pay their final respects to President Lincoln? You need to list 2 ways. Okay, it's all in here. Okay, I just read it. You guys can look back. Okay, now read critically. Underline details in paragraph 3 that describe people's reactions. Based on these details and Elizabeth Keckley's description of mourners in Behind the Scenes, how did people in Washington, D.C. feel about Lincoln? Okay, all right, so based on these details and Elizabeth Keckley's description of mourners in Behind the Scenes, how did people in Washington, D.C. feel about Lincoln? Okay, now down here, react and write. How are people's reactions to Lincoln's assassination in this text similar to reactions in Chasing Lincoln's Killer? How are they different? Okay, strategy toolkit. Reading about the same event in different texts provides different perspectives and deepens your understanding of each text. Okay, all right, so I want you to fill those out for today and get those turned in. This is page 219. Okay, today is Tuesday. Okay, so let's make sure whatever you didn't start with yesterday, let's make sure that you start with that today. Okay, so independent reading or student application. Let's make sure that we're still taking some tests. Make sure that we're getting some quizzes done on the books that you guys are reading, and let's keep busy through it. Okay. All right. Have a great day. If you guys need me, okay, if you have questions about anything, please send me an email through Canvas, okay, and I'll make sure that that I get back with you, that I get squared away with you. And then I will be back tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. And we'll make sure that we're on track and things are good. Thanks, guys, for being good with the substitute. Thank you for just being good students, good kids. Thanks, and have a good day.